first of all, your vision for your particular hospitals and the group, as it were.
See, today we've kind of, we have distinct verticals. We're in every part of the healthcare space, whether it's retail health, whether it's clinics, pharmacies, medical, BPO, and now education, so at the research, and of course the hospitals, which are the biggest. But I think we'll continue to do this, and as a vision, Apollo really wants to cover the entire spectrum of the healthcare delivery chain. So, we would like to be good, we'd like to be the best in terms of delivery in every one of these spaces we occupy.
Right. Now, when we talk about healthcare, we simply have to talk about our Indian doctors, especially all our doctors who are coming back. And you, in your hospitals, have a lot of doctors who've come back. So is that a good thing? Do you believe that our Indian healthcare system can actually offer these doctors, who've come back and who've lived all of their lives overseas? Do you think it offers them what they're really looking for professionally?
Well, it starts with Dr. Reddy.
Indeed, yes.
He came back himself, and then he built this enterprise. I think a lot of doctors really are looking to come back, and they find that in terms of infrastructure, in terms of equipment, in terms of the environment to practice, sometimes it's even better than what they used to.
Really?
Because, for simple example, our cancer hospital, we've got the cyber knife, which many of the teaching hospitals in the US don't have. Similarly, if we look at even the cardiac work, whatever happens in the theater, the cath labs, is like so state of the art. So a lot of doctors who actually have come back have said, my God, we didn't have an equipment or infrastructure like you people give us. So I think that way India has changed, and anything which is the latest, the best is available today. We get it the same time as any of the hospitals globally get. So the environment is great. When we were kids and my father came back, just living in India was a bit of a challenge for children. But even that has changed. The schools are phenomenal. If you want to go to shopping malls, you can.
Right.
If you want to drive fancy cars, you actually can today.
Yes, of course.
So I think the whole environment's changed. People are very happy to come back to India.
Right. We're second to none, honestly. I mean, that's the bottom line, I do believe.
Yes, we should not be.
We should not be, absolutely. Now, Preetha, you obviously love what you're doing. You were born into this, and one can see the passion in your eyes as we speak. Preetha Reddy loves other things too. Dance, art, other activities. So, do you find time to paint? Do you find time to dance? You're a trained dancer, right?
Well, the dancing's funny because, I got married into a very traditional Andhra family. So my father-in-law said, all this dancing, you leave it back in your parents' home when you come here. But today I danced to everyone's tune.
But you also danced at your father's birthday recently.
Well, that was special because my dad's special.
Okay,
but I think today I danced to everyone's tune, so that's the dancing part.
Is that part of your success? I'm wondering, Preetha.
I don't know, but they should say that, I guess.
What about painting? What about art? Do you dabble at all?
I like beautiful things for sure. I can just sit in a nice space and, be relaxed and enjoy seeing it. So I love seeing lovely things, and my husband's very kind. He will every year see to it that I have this most beautiful holiday where it's a new place, and I just enjoy looking at beauty. So that happens. I like photography. I can't paint, I mean, I would dabble in it if I wanted to do something, but I can't really paint. But I like photography, so I'm learning. I'm just learning to see.
So what do you like to photograph? Anything special?
A lot of it is buildings. Definitely not animals, I don't know why, because it bothers me if they're not in their own environment. But a lot of buildings, a lot of, sometimes people. I like doing that, and I find.
Is there time though, Preetha? Do you get the time? I mean, you kind of work really hard.
I find that if you want to do something, you'll find the time. So I enjoy working, so I would give it my complete time. And then I enjoy my home, so I find the time.
Right. What about your boys and your husband? Are they also equally interested in the arts, really, like yourself?
My husband now of late has become interested in the
You've
arts.
influenced him, have you?
Not me,
No?
his father.
Okay,
His
all right.
parents have, you know.
Okay.
His father was a great supporter of the, performing arts in
Right.
the city. And now he's gotten, you know, he feels very responsible to
Right.
carry on the tradition. So he's gotten very interested in that.
And your sons?
My sons are very young, no? So they're not really in art, but I'm sure they will
Right.
over a period of time.
The next generation in your family is already, they're already learning the paces. Now, just wondering, need to ask you this, has it been a conscious decision? You know, all of the next generation are just ready, they're just ready to take over at any point of time, any of the mantles that exist here.
They're getting there, but you know, they have to qualify to take over.
Yes,
you know,
surely.
they have to perform the way we were told, we were trained to perform. And you know, they have to be first among equals. And our organization is very professionally done. You know, we've got a lot of people who are professionals in their own right. So they're going to have to learn to work with them and then evolve into a space of their own. So it's not theirs for the taking, you know. They need to perform, prove themselves, and only then will they be able to really...
It's amazing, and it's
but
so,
they're learning their ropes.
it's really wonderful to hear you saying that, because often, in a business family, one tends to think that, well, that person's born with a silver spoon, and so therefore, so you are saying here that it's not as if it's going to be handed over on a plate, Preetha.
No, I don't see it being handed over on a plate.
Interesting comment.
See, it was different with us because,
why?
you know, we were there, we were required to help. It was a smaller organization and we grew. And as we grew, we became professionals in our own right. I mean, today, we know what we're talking about as far as healthcare is concerned. The children have to prove themselves, you know, so they're trying out working with their father's business. They're working in the hospital system. And the ones who really are able to give back will be in the business.
Right. What's the one pet area that you're really, really fond of within your hospitals or within the various businesses?
I think it's the TLC piece. You know, in a hospital you can do very well, you can have a great EBITDA, fabulous processes, etc. But the USP, which has kind of evolved as a culture in Apollo, is the fact that, you know, it's silly to say TLC, tender loving care.
I know.
It kind of sounds, you know,
Doesn't sound
storybook.
like in a hospital. What are you talking about?
Sounds storybook, cliche. But let me tell you that in a hospital you need it more than anywhere else.
Surely.
And you know, whether it's the nurse or the doctor, you can just do it because you have to. And you can do it because you know it's going to make a difference to somebody. So I think there's a cultural ethos about Apollo which has made this huge difference. And I think it's that little TLC which we put into things we do.
On that very nice, happy note, Preetha, I'm going to really have to say thank you so much to you. I really appreciate
it. It was a pleasure having you at home,
I really appreciate your time, and thank you for inviting us into your beautiful home.
Thank you so much.
We really wish you all the very best, and may Apollo hospitals grow from strength to strength.
And heal the world.
And heal the world, yes, of course.